I've noticed that there has been a lot of building going on in Summer Hill recently. The old factory in Smith Street is being pulled down to make way for a complex of modern townhouses. Out with the old, in with the new, as the saying goes. But I think you have to remember the old. The old can teach us a lot. For example, the land where the old factory sits was originally known as a good hunting ground for the local Wongal and Gadigal Aboriginal peoples, and 70 years ago, during the last World War, there was a small house sitting where a pile of old factory bricks sits today. Over the years, many families called this small house at 55 Smith Street home. One particular young boy who did was called Sid. William Sidney Duchesne was born on May 25, 1894, to Edwin James and Edith Rachel Duchesne. He spent his childhood growing up at 55 Smith Street, Summer Hill. I wonder what Summer Hill looked like back then. From an early age, Sid was interested in the military. After attending Fort Street Model School, Sid joined the Permanent Army and underwent training with the 39 Militia Battalion, where he served as second lieutenant. When World War I broke out in August 1914, and with an education in military training, Sid immediately applied for a commission with the Australian Imperial Forces and was appointed as second lieutenant in the 1st Battalion on September 3, 1914. Sid's unit sailed in a convoy from Sydney to Egypt. Once in Egypt, training was hard and difficult. Hot conditions. The Australian soldiers carried out daily training exercises from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. During this time, Sid wrote many letters to his family, especially his mum. Sid was on an adventure, and he was a long way from Summer Hill. Sid was transported to Lemnos Island after leaving Egypt in early April. There, he and the rest of the Anzac contingent joined other elements of the assembled Mediterranean force in final preparations for the assault on the Gallipoli Peninsula. The evening before the landing at Gallipoli was spent in happy and confident relaxation. General Birdwood addressed the unit, including Sid, reminding them that the world is watching to see what you can do. He gave his reassurance on their success in the upcoming campaign. 3 days' rations and 300 rounds of ammunition were distributed to each soldier, and they went to bed at 10 p.m. Starting at 11 a.m., Sid, with the other Australian troops, landed on the beach and immediately attacked the heights. The fighting with the Turkish soldiers was ferocious. Sid and his men reached a hill referred to as Baby 700. 5 times the hill was taken, and 5 times the Australians were pushed back again. That hill today has a large war memorial sitting on its peak, which is popular for Turkish people to visit and to remember the soldiers who fought there 100 years ago, both Turkish and Anzac, and who lost their lives in the war. The terrain is harsh and difficult to climb. It's very different from Summer Hill, and even though I'm sure Sid did his best in a difficult situation, I'm almost certain that he had been feeling fear. It was during this battle for this hill that Sid was fatally wounded. The hill which he fought for and died to win remained with the Turks for the rest of the campaign. Sid was killed at the age of 20, 1 month before his 21st birthday on 25 April 1915. Soldiers in his battalion wrote letters to his parents describing Sid's bravery as he led the charge up the hill. So why do we remember the old? Why do we remember people like Sid? Well, we remember and honour people like Sid because even though we never met him, Sid can teach us something today. Those Anzac soldiers who gave their lives 100 years ago showed us what resilience is and what bravery is. They showed us the true meaning of sacrifice. Their young lives were very similar to ours. They had dreams and hopes similar to ours. They were local people from our community who laid down their lives. Sometimes in this modern world, we can get caught up with all the new developments and technologies, but I think it's still important to occasionally look back and remember.